right, everybody. So remember yesterday we talked about when you're multiplying by a power of 10, you're going to move your decimal to the right. That to the right for every 0 in the power of 10, because we're actually making our number get larger by 10. When we're dividing a number by a power of 10, we're making our number or our decimal move to the left by 1, or by every 0 in the power of 10. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one. We have 12 3/10 times 10 to the 4th power. What actually does 10 to the 4th power mean? Kimi.
10 times 4.
Does it mean 10 times 4? It means what?
That you're going to do it 4 times.
10 times 10 times 10 times 10, just a refresher for our brain. Okay, so we're going to take this 12 and 4, 12 and 3/10, and we're going to move our decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 times, because our exponent up here says to the 4th power. And so what are we going to do with all these spots right here?
Put 0.
Put zeros. And our new decimal gets placed right here. So where can I put my commas?
Right after the 3.
All right, so after the 3, and we're good there. Do I need to leave these little spots there every time I move my decimal? No, you can erase those, but I'm just going to leave them there for now. So my new answer is 123,300. All right, my next one, 4 44 hundredths. Good job, y'all remembered yesterday's lesson. Divided by 10 to the 2nd power. So first of all, which direction is my decimal moving? To the left or to the right? Everybody tell me, which direction?
Left.
To the left. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite my number. There's my decimal, and I'm going to move it to the left. How many times? Twice. My exponent is a 2, so I'm going to move it 1, 2. There's my new decimal point. So it is no longer here anymore. So what do I need to put right here?
Zeros.
A 0. And you all know I like to have a 0 as my whole number. Do I have to have a 0 there as my whole number?
No.
No, I don't. All right, my next one, I have 0 as my whole number. So I have, say this number with me, 553 thousandths times 10 to the 6th power. So I'm going to rewrite 553. My decimal's right here. I am multiplying, so that tells me I'm going which direction?
The right.
To the right. How many times?
6.
6 times. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where my new decimal point is, so I'm taking it off there. So what am I filling in right here?
0.
Zeros. So I'm going to put my commas here as just sort of placeholder. So my new answer is 553,000. All right, let's look at this new problem. 6,493 2/10 divided by 10 to the 4th power. We're dividing, so which direction is our decimal point going?
Left.
To the left, and it's going to move 4 times. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's my new decimal point. So it's no longer here anymore. And I'm going to put a 0 as my whole number. Give me a thumbs up if you got that one correct. How many of us? Only a couple? Where'd we go wrong with that one, everybody? Did we go to the wrong direction? Oh, we got it right. Okay, good, good. All right, let's do this one. 9,452 5/10. My decimal is here. My multiplication sign tells me I'm moving to the right. My exponent of 3 tells me I'm moving 3 times. So here's my decimal point. I'm moving 1, 2, 3. I'm putting my decimal point here. I'm filling this in with zeros. So I'm going to put in my comma. So my new answer is 9,452,500. Okay, this one looks a little bit different because we don't have an exponent, but how many zeros do we have here? We have, see it, hands up, I see 3 zeros. So this really means I could rewrite this as 10 to the third because there are 3 zeros. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite 10,967. My decimal's not in sight, so it's on the right. I'm dividing, so that means my decimal point is moving to the left. How many times?
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. There's my new answer. 10 and 967 thousandths. Okay, we're moving over here this time. This is where things get a little bit tricky. It did for us yesterday. So, I'm given a number, 3,469. I know I'm dividing. I know that my decimal point was right here. But then, as my answer, it moved over. It moved to the left. So I see that it moved over here. How many times did it move? Let's count. 1, 2, how many times? 3 times. So my answer is 10 to the third power. We don't even really have to pay attention to which direction it moved. We can figure that out because we saw that it moved to the left, so we know that it's divided by. But our problem already tells us that it divided by. Okay, let's look at this next one. I started with my decimal point in between the 4 and the 7. And it ends up right here before the 9. So let's look and see. How many times does it move? I'm going to scoot over here so you guys can see me. Ready? 1. How many times? 2. So what's my answer? 10 to the second power. Could I say 10 to the second power in a different way? What would that look like? Ben? 100. It could also look like 100 because there are 2 zeros. Also, 10 to the second power means 10 times 10, which is 100. Our last one says 104 and 78 times what equals 10,478. So where's my decimal in that last one? When it's not in sight, it's on the right. So that means it's right here. So my decimal has to move 1, 2 spots. So what's my answer?
1, 4, and 4.
Well, we know it's going to be 10. It's going to be a power of 10. So how many times did my decimal move? 1, 2. So 10 to the second power.